have always been like, oh, everything is about Tinubu. But then, let's talk about 2027. Because yesterday we saw Donald Duke and RMK, Mr. Kokanso, they went to meet. They want to meet Obasanjo. Do you think that people that are talking about politics here now Peter Obi made them to know little about politics. They are shoe seller, bag seller, clothes seller. They don't know anything about Nigerian political history. Who is Donald Duke? Who is Obasanjo? Who is Obasanjo? Hold on. Obasanjo, when it comes to politics, Obasanjo cannot withstand Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Politics, I'm not talking about governance. Politics is a small boy. Obasanjo won presidential election in Nigeria because of death of MK Abiola. Circumstances led him to be president. Not because we wanted to elect him, because then it was only Tinubu and it's only Obasanjo and what is it called? Fala contested. AD and PDP then. But on a normal ground, Obasanjo never won his local government as a president. He lost in 1999. He never win his state as a president in 1999. Until now, Obasanjo never be an opposition. He never be a APC member or Labour Party member. He has never won his local government since he left office. What is political value? Tell me something. What is political value? Let me tell you this. 2027 is still far. Talking about 2027 now, you are wasting your energy because politics never starts. We are talking about governance. When the game of politics starts, you will know the meaning of politics. Now, Labour Party, they were having 30 years of red member or thereabout. About 6 of them, they don't become back to APC. And some are the campaign. Hold on. How many of their senators don't become back to APC? They are still the campaign. By next year, you see Martin put the camp to APC. Let me tell you this. Rice is 100,000 plus. Garri is how much? But still, they claim Edo State. But still, they claim Ondo State. How come? This is politics. It's different from the noise. When the game of politics starts, it's different from the noise. They will play the politics on a normal norms with the situation of Nigeria economy now. APC not supposed to rule Edo State or win Ondo State because of hardship in the country. Why do you think that they won? Well, that is what I said. The politics never starts. When the politics starts, it's totally different from the governance. So all these people that they are talking, Tinubu doesn't talk much about his games. But when the game starts, we will know who is who in Nigerian politics. And I will still tell you this. The northern people that you are talking about, massively, they are still going to support Asiwaju in 2020. Why do you think so? Because power must be in the south for 8 years. Before the power can return back to the north. Because you cannot serve 8 years in the north and you want the power back within 4 years to pay back to the north. They will still stand by Asiwaju so that they can take over after his government. And again, you see when I see people talking, Peter Obi is not a politician. Obi got that vote because of the movement of NSAS and then other things that Buhari did. 2027, Obi cannot go up half of that vote again. From where? Because people are already tired. They are tired. When the time comes, you will see that the difference between man and the boys. Because Tinubu is a man. The other guys are all boys. So let me ask you this question before you go. Yeah. Local government, we are living for it now. Local government autonomy. Yeah. Now, maybe Tinubu has a good intention for Nigerians, yes. But we saw how governors want to take over the allocations of their local government chairman. Yes. Now, 2 trillion naira. Alcohol is kicking, Nigeria is kicking. Nigerians, we are just like Yahoo people. Nigerians generally, we are like Yahoo people. You see all these people, they want miracle in governance within a year. Hold on. Governance is not a day job. Someone who cannot even manage your home in 1 year. Talk about to manage Nigeria in 250 million people or 200 million people in a year or 2 years. Let me tell you this. That's why I said, okay, did you be part America until you let him continue? You want to look at it now. Nigerian democracy came back to life in 1999. American democracy of how many years? You cannot compare 200 years democracy to 1999 democracy to Nigeria. That's why I say that's why you see when I come and see most of these people, they are shoe sellers, back sellers. They don't know anything about Nigerian politics. Peter Obi brought so many of them into politics. Let me not go back to local government autonomy. Let me tell you this. Without local government, each state will not function very well. We need to go back to local government, because in those days, local government chairman, they can tar road, they can do a lot of things. But governors are siphon the money from them so that they are powerless to do anything. Tinubu intention towards Nigeria is the best thing so far, but the thing is this: the way it comes is very hard to Nigerians, and without we cannot get, without the pains we cannot get the gains. Let me say this to you: if somebody wants to govern Nigeria today, you have to ask yourself the first question: how can you get resources to manage this country? The money you are talking about, all Nigerian politicians siphon the money in their accounts. You cannot jail all of them as a democratic government. It's only a military that can come and jail all of them, or to kill all of them. Because before you become a president, armed robbers and thieves that elected, that supported with their resources, brought into power. You cannot go and jail all of them that brought into power because of their resources. Look at Yaya Bello. Why is APC CID Yaya Bello? Tinubu know how much Yaya Bello contributed to his victory. He paid money, he gave them money, he gave them support, he won the state. Tinubu cannot sing one way and say, I'll go and jail this guy, because a finger that fed you, they don't bite it in Nigerian politics. And whoever that's going to govern Nigeria today, I will still tell you, there is no miracle man that can solve Nigerian problem in 2 years. Our problem has been piling up in several years. Before we were living a fake life, economically, we were living a fake life. Let me say this to you. Professor Lord Robin said something. The best man that defined economics in history of economics, he says economics is a science that study human behaviors as a relation between and discuss. Means we have alternative uses. We are talking about choice, wants, scarcity, scale of preference, opportunity cost, or holding cost. How can we be living without those things in our economic terms every day? Because what are our wants? What are our scarcity? What are the scale of preference we are having? And another thing is this: any consuming nation, and we still say it, any consuming nation cannot go economically. We are a consuming nation. Look at how these guys are here. All the products they are selling, they are from abroad. We are not. What are we giving to Igbo that is giving us money? Economically, we are paralyzed. So we need someone who will take a drastic step. Do you know why? Do you know why elites didn't talk much about this economy? All this Lumelu, Dangote, or whatever. They knew that this guy is taking the right step. But the right step will be painful to the poor people, the masses, because we are poor in Nigeria. You get? But if you don't take this drastic step, we cannot get it right. That is why it's going to be painful to everybody now. But we have to go through the pains before the gain. No pains, no gain. So Tinubu, my brother, whatever you are doing in life, age matters. Whether you like it or leave it, the thing you can do is stay. What you supposed to do in your place, start giving the little one the idea, guidance. But Nigeria government is not like that. Nigeria believe that as you don't be old, you can rule Nigeria. You forget that thinking. It's not that. Do you know how many pressure is coming that place? As far as you know that this kind of person cannot deliver, no need to put it there. Okay. And so how another person can govern that nation? What do you do that is advice? My son, my children do like this, do like this. You see the good result. And that is why you have the elderly people in the world.
Okay, so let me have Mr. Femi. You have to speak up today because you know that the people are arguing. Now, you agree with Ashola? Tinubu is not the problem of our country. Our democracy is not matured enough to be compared with other great nations in the world. Do you agree with him?
Let's start from the maturity of our democracy. There is nothing to be matured about. This maturity you are talking about, there is nothing to say about it. Only what we lack is integrity, and our system is not working. Please, the noise is too much. And our system is not working. So I don't believe in all this either democracy is mature or democracy is not mature. You can go to Ghana there, see what they are doing in Ghana. And Ghana is ahead of us in so many ramifications. When it's talk about integrity, honesty, and some decision making, honestly speaking, Ghana is ahead of us. I don't see anything that make our democracy not to be mature, and I don't believe in this belief that maybe our democracy is going to be mature in the next 100 years or next 200 years. If it is not mature now, it may never be mature forever. Now let's go to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu the problem of Nigeria? We can say yes and we can say no. He contributed to it. He's part of it. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is part of Nigeria's problem, but
one of Nigeria, so far that is part of Nigeria problem, he has angle, and where he's trying to solve Nigeria problem is another angle. Like solving Nigeria problem is to restore the autonomy of local government that some governor bent on it, that is not going to be possible. Like issue of tax reform leading us to true federalism is another step, which I know that there are some other agenda that the man is still bringing. State police is another thing that's taking us to where we're supposed to be. I want to dare, like I usually say, that I want to dare any incoming president to come and reverse subsidy that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu removed. I dare Obi, I dare Atiku, I dare Kwankwaso. When they become Nigeria president, they should reverse it. They should reverse it if they know they can handle it. The only thing I believe President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should have been do better is how to cushion the effect of Nigeria, because this is not the first time. Even if Jonathan come, do you think Jonathan will reverse subsidy? Jonathan that has removed it since 2012, that we say no, and that is one of the things that we can call a problem that Tinubu contributed into Nigeria, because if not for them, Jonathan will have removed subsidy successfully since 2012, and there will be nothing to remove again. But Jonathan removed subsidy, and opposition, Tinubu, they all play politics with it. Bayemi compared that we play politics with subsidy when we say no to subsidy removal, and now Tinubu came in, the first thing he did was to remove subsidy. That is the policy. That is when Nigeria usually politicize every challenge that we have. When we have a particular challenge, instead of all of us to come together and solve the problem, we politicize it. APC politicized security challenge during Nigeria, during Jonathan's regime. When we have security challenge in the north, instead of all of us to come together and fight this insecurity, they politicize it so that they'll be able to cripple Jonathan's regime. The man, let me tell you this thing I'm talking about. I confirm it from mouth of somebody that you think he will always support APC. I hear it from this man, Babajide Otitoju, of journalist angle. He said this man Jonathan was they don't allow him to buy. Nobody sell weapon to him, and that was why he wanted to buy a black market. He wanted to buy weapon black market, and they still have issue with that one when they catch them in South Africa. So Nigeria, those are the one of the problem that Tinubu contributed into Nigeria. I mean, the part of Tinubu when they politicize everything. When we see a challenge, instead of all of us to work together and help that government, if you want to campaign, you have other things to campaign upon. But a challenge that is affecting every one of us, some people come in and politicize because they want to wrestle power. And after they wrestle that power, it's like I'm doing something noble, and somebody is condemning it. Now, he now later do the same thing that he was condemning me for. That is it. But referring to one of this, what this man was saying, Mr. Sola was saying before, honestly speaking, it's just a mixed word. Is it true that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing his best? No, he has not done his best to me. He has not performed up to my expectation. But did he do nothing? He's doing something. Because to do something is better than doing nothing. He's doing something, which I think is supposed to do it more better, in a more better way. Somebody said they were not prepared, that all our presidents are not prepared, and I said Tinubu is prepared because he took a president that prepared to remove subsidy the very day he was inaugurated. That means he has been prepared. That means the thing is boiling in his mind. Let's forget about how he has played politics with it before. And I say prepare is prepare. Somebody say a caterer that know how to prepare jollof. Prepare it is delicious. And you call somebody that means that I'm not here, I want to do concussion, put maggi, put everything. Both of us prepare, but the difference is in the taste. That is it.
So let me ask you, but let me let you go. One question. You're talking about the local government autonomy, which Tinubu may have a good intention about, may have. But Algon and Nolge, they are kicking us. Governors get 2 trillion local government autonomy allocations. Algon, that's on the 4 pages of the Punch. 4 pages of the Punch, the major line, they say Algon Nolge kick as governors get 2 trillion naira local government allocation. Why must the governors lording over the local government? The president is not lording over the governor. Why? Because we only say that the local government is the last parastatal. Talking about the last tire, and it's going to the people more than any other. Why is the local government not working, not performing?
Yes, that's one of the Nigeria problem, and that's why we can say that Tinubu is not only Tinubu that was the problem of Nigeria. Nigeria have their own peculiar. Like I usually say that when you have one satanic president, then remember that you have another 36 demon as governor. 36 demon, they are there as the governor, and they are playing their role now to tell you that Nigeria problem is not about one person. It's a collective effort of everybody that put us to where we are now. Somebody said, let local government as autonomy. Even a madman can understand that. You state do according to allocation they give you. Must you spend your own and say local government chairman they don't know how to spend their money? Okay, if you have 36 governor as a chief, let's have 770 something chief, so that chief will be very many, and chief will be so closer. Chief will be so closer to us. I can walk up to my local government and ask them about how they spend the money. It's very very closer to us, and you see that some people are working against it. Then you will have seen the difference.
So thanks for coming so much, Mr. Femi. Let me have him in the final word. You speak. We have seen some Labour Party members, representatives that they are crossing over to APC. In your opinion, does that mean that they have betrayed Peter Obi? Because most of them they became out of red because of the name of Peter Obi. Now they are crossing over to other party. Do you think that they are betrayers? What do you think should happen to them, in your opinion, in 2007 presidential? I'm talking about the 2007 election.
You know, anything in life now, there's a lot of challenges can come outside. People that win as Labour Party because of the umbrella of P2B, I know that it's not P2B being that Labour Party, but because of the umbrella of P2B, they make popularly make them win. Now, when P2B didn't win as a president of Nigeria, there's many challenges will come. That challenge will come that as APC as the presidential now, we would like to conquer everything. If you not agree for their own, they do what they will destroy that person. That's what is going upper hand. Like let me say 95% of human beings would like to go where something is happening. Are you getting me? And those people that are living for Labour Party to APC, the thing they see the enter Labour Party is not what they are seeing again, because of P2B, they think that P2B will win 23 election as a president of Nigeria, but he didn't win now. So then to maintain their position, they need to agree what the master of the other one says. That's APC. Without that, what their benefit